It's William with the Riverstone Life, and what are we going to talk about in this video? We're going to talk about the hard decisions you have to make when you're doing this job, and then we're going to talk about your worst fear. Later in the video, I'll talk about the worst fear. Right now, I'm going to talk about the hard decisions. Because I have to make hard decisions, and you're going to have to make hard decisions. Let's talk about them for a second. I delivered my load yesterday. I figured I'd try to get myself a reload on the way back, but I wasn't sure if I should stay there, work that area, or if I should get back to Hanson. In my mind, I've always gotten my reloads out of Hanson, even though they have other places that you can get those loads. But I haven't seen them on the board, so I thought, you know what? I'm gonna drive back to Hanson. I'll keep watching the load board. The app goes down. Absolutely, the app is down the rest of the night. They don't get it going till this morning. Well, my decision is let's just drive until I'm tired, find a good rest area, and let's get some sleep. I slept in this morning, still no loads. I started thinking, what am I gonna do? In the past, if you know me, what do? I haul ass back to Indiana. I have a lot of reasons about that, and I'll talk about that in this video too. So I decide, let's look at my oil. My oil can go about 1,500 miles for it to be in that area that I like to change it. And I'm thinking, if I get a couple more loads, I'm going to go over that, and I'm going to have to deal with this oil change somewhere else. Even though I have oil and I can save money on my next oil change if I get back to the Riverstone. If I don't find something to do, I'm going to drive back to Indiana. And I've done this before. Get 10 hours down the road, all of a sudden the loads show up. And, because I don't have any patience. So this day and time, I'm like, you know what? Instead of taking off, because I don't have any patience, I'm going to find something to do to kill some time to see if this pays off. You're not going to find out till the next video if this paid off or what actually happened, but you're going to learn some stuff in this video and some things I need to talk about. I decided to go get the oil change. I went to Take 5 in Caldwell, Idaho, because the kids there that they're subscribers to the channel. They've changed my oil. They give me a good deal. I just like bullshitting with them. The Walmart's right across the street. So I'll go over to Walmart, pick up some more meat and cheese and stuff like that, so I can keep making sandwiches and saving money and not spending money in those, truck stops. The hard decisions you have to make. Should I just buy that burger that's already made for way too much money? That's probably going to be nasty when I get it out of the packaging anyways with a hard bun. Hard decisions, right? It's not really the hard decisions I'm talking about. So I'm like, go to Walmart and I do that. And then I come back and then I'm like, this truck is so nasty. Even though it's wintertime, it's not wintertime, it's fall, but in my mind it's wintertime. The weather's bad, but this truck got so dirty going across Montana that I don't like getting out of a vehicle, bumping up against it and getting my clean clothes that I just put on all nasty. I've been to that car wash before. It cost me like $25 to give the truck a good washing. It's got great pressure. All this stuff is right there in Caldwell. You've got the Camping World where you deliver at sometimes. You go right down the road, maybe a block or so. The oil change, you just keep going. Right before it turns into the one-way area, there's a car wash right there in Caldwell, right down from Camping World. You can get your truck washed at a good price. You can get your oil changed. So I decided that's what I'm going to do. On my way to Hanson, I'm going to go hang out at Hanson to the rest of this day and tonight, and then make the decision tomorrow to leave if I don't get a load. So that's one of the hard decisions, because if I stay out here and a couple loads pop up, I can go out here and deliver those 2 loads, get myself back to Indiana, grab another load on Sunday, deliver it down by Florida, be home for Thanksgiving, pop 3 loads, made my money for the month, and I'm done, because there's no loads until December 2nd again, before you can go back to work after the holiday. Basically, you got that Friday, and that window is, I'm going to use that window as, if I can't make anything else work, I've got that window. But I don't want to use it because Robin wants to go down and see the new grandbaby farther down in Florida. The hard decisions. So by cleaning the truck got all nice and clean again. Why do I keep that truck so clean? You know what? When the truck is clean, later in this video, you're going to find out why I keep this truck clean. But when the truck is clean, I might notice something that's wrong. I hear things. I smell things. The road grime that you get after going 3,000 or 4,000 miles on that truck, things will smell. You go and clean the truck, and all of a sudden, there's no oil smell, there's no grease smell, there's no nothing. You feel confident about your equipment. And you got to feel confident about your equipment. And just because you buy a new truck doesn't seal the deal. This truck had 74,000 miles on it when it went down. It was down for 6.5 weeks. They got it fixed. It was frustrating. I know what you guys are going through. When I got the truck back, I was scared. Yes, William gets scared. I was scared that this truck was going to leave me way out west somewhere. You know, it's a fear that you have. Now I've got 280,000 miles. 200,000 miles since this truck broke down. I think that these trucks, once you find the things that are wrong with them and you keep servicing and keep them up, then you'll feel better about your truck. Just because you buy a new truck does not guarantee anything. It guarantees you that the breakdown is coming. Just hopefully it's coming when it's under warranty like mine was, right? That's what I'm talking about. Hard decisions, your biggest fears. So even when I got in this truck and got back on the road, took me a long time to get over that fear. I have all my haters out there leaving messages on YouTube. What are you going to do, William, when that motor blows up and you're out west? You know, you're here bragging about your money. I wasn't bragging about my money. I was telling you guys I was excited. I want you to feel my excitement. I wanted you to see that maybe you could do this too. It wasn't about bragging. If I don't tell you about the money, then what are you going to believe? I got nothing to prove anything. Was that fear there? Yeah. Was that a-hole that had to leave that thing down there, that remark like there, did it get in my mind? Did it bother me? No, I knew it was there. But now, look at this now, 18 months later. Oh, almost 20 months. Well, I was a few months into that breakdown, so it won't be that long. But I was probably doing this job for like 5 or 6 months by the time that happened. So now I'm past all that. Like my videos tell you, put 20% back at least for those repairs, those big deals that might happen to you. I got $40,000 in the bank because I was putting 20% back out of every job that I did. So I don't have that big fear if the truck breaks down. Yeah, I don't know how I'm getting home, how it's getting towed, what's going to happen, how long it's going to be down. That fear is still there. So you new guys that are starting this, I had those same fears. You're going to have those fears. But if you don't make the hard decisions and push through, you're not going to make it. You're just not going to survive this. I have several referral drivers that have had these problems. They've had these problems since they started this job. They're finally getting to where they're starting to make some money and they've pushed through because they didn't give up. Why am I talking about this? One of my referrals just broke down, okay? His name is Brian. Brian, man, I'm praying for you right now. Everybody in our group is praying for you. And the reason I tell you guys this is because if you're going to do this job and you're going to sign up, you go down to the description below, click on the link, it'll take you to Wave, put down William Sikora, you get all my help, my support, and you get the group of all these guys that all learn the same things I have and have went through them. Brian's one of our new referrals. He bought a brand new truck, like a lot of you do. I'm going to buy a brand new truck, it's a warranty, I'm not going to have these problems. His truck's got 22,000 miles on it. He's driving through Missouri. Lights are coming on, check engine stuff. He starts calling around, can't find anybody to help him. Nobody can look at it for a week or two down the road. He's like, I better just get back to Florida where I live. Maybe I can get it fixed there. So now he's got a load that he's got to give to somebody else. So he loses that money too because he respects Wave and he wants Wave to know that, you know, I want you to get your load delivered and this is my problem, I'll fix it because it is your problem. When you work for these guys, you're working for yourself basically, it's your problem. Once that load gets to somebody else and they can go deliver it for him, he doesn't have to worry about it no more. But now he's lost that money too. And he's got a truck that he's got fears about, right? Hard decisions. He calls mechanics, they tell him he probably got a turbo going on. 20,000, 22,000 miles, whatever it is. Probably not. Probably a faulty switch. The bug that needs to be worked out of these vehicles, and once you get to the point where I'm at, you feel like you've worked them bugs out and you've moved on and you've made it. Brian, the reason I'm putting you in this video is I know you were frustrated. I talked to you on the phone today. I talked to all my referrals. I feel for them. I know their fears. I know how he feels right now. You're scared when this stuff happens. I don't want you to give up. Get this truck figured out. It might be hard for you for a couple more months, but if you don't push through, you're never going to know if you could have done this job, if it worked out, or you'd just be like one of them other guys that just give up and say that, you know, you can't make no money in this. No, you can make money, but you got to have a truck that holds together. You got to make hard decisions. You got to have a lot of luck. You got to have a support team behind you like we've got. We're all out here right now, all the guys, any of you guys that watch this video that are my referrals, even if you're not my referrals, but you subscribe to the channel, leave it in the comments. Tell Brian you're thinking about him, you're praying for him. This is gonna work out, man. You're gonna make it through this. I know you will. Don't give up. New guys coming into this, that new truck is not a for sure thing. Right now, if I sold you sister wife, you could probably go out here, and if you kept servicing her just like I do, you'd probably get another 200,000 miles on her and do better than some of the guys that bought a new truck. These things wear out. You're gonna have to buy one sooner or later. I know guys that have done this job that have made it just like me. Go and get a new truck and it's over for them. These are the fears that you're gonna have doing this job. But there is some rewards. There's some great people that you'll meet like I've met. I've dealt with a lot of shitheads, but the ones that bring me back to life every day and that I talk to, that keep me going, like Brian, that calls me all the time, there's lots of you guys out there that do that. There's a great reward in that. I hope that all of you guys that have used my name, that are still doing this job, that have not got into that chat, that you reach out to me and you get into that chat. There's a lot of cool things you're going to learn there, a lot of great people. I hope you all succeed at this. I just wanted to talk about this. I wanted to bring up Brian's story because I know Brian's worried about it. Also, I'm going to tell you, get yourself a code reader. Get a good code reader, one that will actually reset everything in here. When all that doesn't work, try unhooking the batteries for a while, hooking that back in. Try everything. Because a lot of times, it might be something stupid. This truck right here, if I hit hard bumps, a bunch of bumps consistently, and it jerks this thing at all, it will kick on all kinds of sensors and shit like that and tell you to take it to the garage, blah, 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 blah. Plug in the code reader, go through everything, it resets, cleans everything out. The truck, there's no reduced engine, the truck is running fine. Drive it for a while. If there is a serious problem, it'll keep coming back on, and then you need to take it to the shop. But if you reset it and get away with it and it doesn't come back on, you're probably going to be okay. You're still going to have that fear in your head because you're driving down the road and you're not sure of yourself, and you start second guessing yourself, making bad decisions. Just follow through and do what you need to do. Brian, I'm praying for you, man. You're going to make it through this. You're going to get that truck fixed. You're going to get right back out here. You're going to kick ass and you're going to make money. You know how to do this. This was the load where he was finally feeling like he was going to start making money, putting it back into his account, and then his truck does this. Brand new Dodge. Is it the Dodge? No. The Ford, Chevy, GMC, any one of them could have done it. This GMC has lots of little code things from time to time that I can just reset myself and keep on going. Nothing on my dash if I get pulled over for anybody, get an inspection. If it persistently keeps doing it, then I get it to the shop and get it fixed. Finding a good shop is hard, especially when you're out here on the road. Is this your biggest fear? That's what this video is about. What is your biggest fear? The reason I think this is I know a lot of guys that have been doing this job 4, 5, 6, 7 years, never went out west. They don't want to be that far away from home when they break down. I think that's a mistake. You got to get rid of your fears if you want to succeed in life and if you want to live it to the fullest. Do you ever see something that really scared you and then you went and did it and you're like, why was I scared about that? It wasn't that big a deal. That's how most things are in life. I learned a long time ago, most things in life fix themselves. If you worry about it nonstop, it just sucks the life out of you and it makes you old faster. It stresses you out. Stress is the biggest thing that will kill you. Let it go. Brian, get that truck to Florida, get that truck fixed. December 3rd, get your ass back out here and start making some money. This will work out. You will survive this. Everybody out there, let Brian know this. He will make it through this. Anybody else out there that's having problems, let us know if you went through it. I've talked to guys that have had this same thing, and now they're finally starting to make money and feeling like, hey, maybe William's not full of shit. Oh, put it down in the comments. I need you guys to let everybody know out there what's going on. I know some of you that failed on it and gave up, and maybe you didn't give up. Maybe you had no choice but to give up. I mean, if everything just keeps falling apart on you, sometimes you just, maybe it's a little voice or something telling you that you need to go try something else, that this isn't for you. It's saving you from something else that could be a bigger disaster. I don't know. Listen to your inner voice. Don't be afraid. I think this was a good video. You tell me what you think. And how does William end these videos? Like he always ends these videos. Always.